Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So for today's video I just wanted to give you a little tutorial and review on the new Bys Fire collection. So I did receive this in PR, but all the thoughts and opinions on all of these products are my own. I just wanted to be completely honest and real with you. Before we start, if you aren't already following me or subscribed, please do so. It is just down there. If you click it and click the bell next to it, you'll get notified every single time I post. Please also leave a like on this video. It does help me out a lot as well. But let's get straight on into it. So the first thing I received was the Complexion Palette from Bys. So basically in this, it has a bunch of cheek colours, a highlighter, and what looks like a bronzer, but it's way too warm for me. I would use that more as a blush. But basically I have just already pretty much done my face and my brows off camera, and then I went in with the two red and the peachy colour as a blush, and this was quite pigmented straight off the bat, so as you can see it did pick up a lot on the brush. So I tapped it off onto my hand and worked it into the brush just so I didn't get like crazy intense blush all everywhere. So that was quite nice. It did leave like a nice gold fleck, which was really cute, but very pigmented, so just be careful of that. In with the highlight shade, I don't know if these have any names or anything, but it does have like a gold glittery effect with like a pink and blue sheen through it. It's very hard to see on camera, but in person you can tell. But when it went on, it did flake kind of all over my face because it is more of a glittery formula, so just be mindful of that. But the glow that it gave my skin is just so beautiful. It's almost like a wet sheen. You can't really detect it on the skin. I mean, you can see that it's glittery, but it sort of fades into the skin a little bit more and just looks like you've got a face gloss on or something. But yeah, very sparkly, very shiny. I really liked that. But I feel like unless you're quite dark, I feel like you won't really be able to get away with a lot of these shades, maybe besides these two or three colours for pale skin. I feel like this side's more pale and this side's more for deeper skin, but I would still use these on the eyes as eyeshadows, and yeah. But so far I'm really liking it. I like it for that highlighter. So next I got sent over the Fire palette, and I don't know if you're like me, but I remember Bys back in the day being super, what's the word, terrible quality. I'm just gonna put it straight out there. Their eyeshadows were like chalk. They were basically no pigment. They were very dry. They would crumble everywhere, and just really terrible, if I'm being completely honest. Back when, this was back like 2012 when I was like first getting into makeup, that was the brand that I would use just because it was so affordable, it was easily accessible, and yeah, but it just wasn't that good quality. So I kind of steered away from Bys for quite some time, and I feel like there's such a stigma around them because they've always been that cheap brand that don't deliver. But as you can see from me applying this and from the swatches, the mattes, I was mind blown. Like the first day I wore these, I put these on my Instagram story. I was so shook because the payoff is just incredible. Like one dip and you've got pretty much full opacity, which is nice. And the shimmers, they go on super foiled without even using a setting spray. I was just completely taken aback. I would compare the quality of their eyeshadows, especially in this palette. Some of their other like rectangular with the ones that look like the Naked palettes, those are a little bit questionable sometimes, but this one, if you like warm tones, these are on par with Morphe and probably some even higher end brands, I don't know, but just blown away by the quality of these. And you do get a large selection of colours. You go quite orangey, peachy, pink, purple, gold and yellow, and then orange and brown. So quite a large palette, easy to travel with too because it's thin and light. And I don't know, just the colours are beautiful. So that was a huge tick, and I haven't stopped putting that palette down. I've been using that for about 2 weeks straight, so I can dead set say get your hands on one of those. They're not that expensive. So that palette is only $19.95, which is an amazing price for the amount of shades that you get and the quality. So definitely, I mean, if you're looking for a new palette and you like warm tones, definitely give that a go. It's quite affordable. One thing I also received, but I didn't put it in the video, is the Flame palette. So this is just a mini palette, and it's basically like a little travel size of the bigger palette, but you get some glittery shades. And I forgot to use it, but I'm going to just put a little bit of this gold. Okay, immediately I know I'm gonna hate the glitters because they're like on a Vaseline base, but surprisingly enough, it's not an overspray. So normally in Bys palettes, the glitter, it's just an overspray and that's jelly underneath, but this is actually glitter all the way through. It's just got that jelly base. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my inner corner because I forgot I had this until now. Yeah, no, I'm not the biggest fan of that. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of those eyeshadows, glitters that have that jelly base, because I know they're not going to set down and then they're just going to break down my makeup underneath. So if you like the bigger palette and you want a smaller one just to travel with and you like the shades, I'd do it. But yeah, just be wary of the glitter shades. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, but I think this is only $7.95. But I mean, if you're just going to get it for those, I would just get the bigger palette. But yeah, this one's a miss for me, but the big palette, definitely a hit. So love, not a fan. Just putting it out there. The last things I have from the Heat Fire collection is the High Shine lip glosses. So I have 3 shades here. There is a gorgeous orange shade called Blaze. There is a beautiful red shade called Heat, and then a gorgeous nude shade called Ignite. I'll pop some swatches, but in the swatches they do go on my hand quite opaque and pigmented. They have a beautiful shine. They're not sticky whatsoever, and they are quite hydrating on the lips. But the only thing is that when I put them on the lips, they are quite a lot more transparent. They're more like an oil, they're not oily, but you know how oil glosses are quite sheer and they just provide like a tint? It's like that once actually on the lip. They're kind of like a jelly looking lip gloss. It's a bit hard to tell on camera. They come up a lot more pigmented, but you'll see when I swatch them that on the lips that they're opaque, but they're not. I don't know what the word is, but if you're wanting something not as intense but you still want that gloss and a little bit of colour, these are great. And I think I'd prefer these more as a topper, so do a lipstick and then pair it with the matching gloss, just so you have like the same colour and a little bit more shine to it. All in all, these are quite nice. They're super affordable too, so if you're looking for new glosses, these are beautiful and they don't stick to anything. They're not sticky and your hair doesn't catch in them. So yeah, I'm liking these, but they're not my favourite. I did much prefer the formula of the crystal glosses that they brought out last time. So I'm going to test these more with lipsticks underneath and see how I prefer that. But yeah, by themselves, not the biggest fan. I'm going to pop some close-ups on the screen just so you can see how everything looks up close for you. So that does bring us to the end of this video reviewing the new Bys Fire collection. I wanted to thank you for watching if you did watch it this far. Let me know if you have picked up any of these products or what you thought of them if you did try them out. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you did watch to the end, please give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already, and please hit that subscribe button. But I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!